Hi, this is Destiny. I'm doing another one of my projects for my class. This one's over citizenship. Okay, so we're going to start out by looking at the newspaper. We're looking at a newspaper. What kind of people do you think in the newspaper could be heroes?
Well, we got police officers.
Okay. What makes them be a hero?
Well, they arrest people that need to be arrested.
Okay. Can heroes be just everyday people, or do they always have to be someone with superpowers?
No, they be everyday people.
Okay. We're going to start the next part of the lesson off by listening to a story called Being a Good Citizen, and we're going to answer and have a big discussion afterwards.
Hello, boys and girls. This is Mr. Elmore, and I'm going to be reading you a book called Being a Good Citizen, a book about citizenship. The author is Mary Small, and the illustrator is Stacy Previn. Living in a country is like being part of a big special club. You are a member of that club every day. If your club is going to be a success, every member has to help. Being a good citizen means you are helping your country be the best it can be. There are lots of ways to be a good citizen. Joe knows the lakes need to be cleaner, so he speaks out against pollution. He is being a good citizen. Kelly helps shovel her neighbor's sidewalk after it snows. She is being a good citizen. When a new family moves to town, the children from the neighborhood stop by to say hello. They are being good citizens. When water spills on the basketball court, Mary quickly wipes it up so no one will slip. She is being a good citizen. Stacy picks up the trash from the ground and throws it away, even though it is not hers. She is being a good citizen. Voting for local and state officials is very important. Jimmy wakes his parents up bright and early on election day to make sure they don't forget. He is being a good citizen. Mrs. Jones and her students study the history of their country. They are being good citizens. Jenna works as a crossing guard to help keep people and animals safe. She is being a good citizen. Josh protects the small and weak from harm. He is being a good citizen. Ms. Marcy and Samantha plant flowers to make the neighborhood a more colorful place. They are being good citizens. And I hope you enjoyed the book. Your teacher will have some cool activities to do. And
okay, now that we've watched the video, what do you think makes someone a good citizen?
Doing things to help other people.
Okay. What can you... If pollution is a problem, how could you use being a good citizen to help with pollution?
Well, turn your car off instead of idling it.
Okay. Why is it important to be a good citizen?
It just helps everyday things go by a lot easier.
Okay.
If everybody pitches in.
How does a good citizen act in public when they're in a place?
With good manners.
Okay. What kind of manners would you be looking for?
Politeness.
Okay. Is it if someone dropped money on the floor and You picked it up. What do you think a good citizen would do?
Find the person that dropped it, or to take it to some kind of authority figure.
Okay, and what is that called?
Returning money.
I was going for the character trait. Honesty.
Add that one.
What kind of job do you think could be a good citizen? Like, they help the community. What are some good jobs that would be helpful?
Well, you got law enforcement.
Okay.
You got emergency workers.
Okay.
You got the city workers.
Okay. Good job. Oh, I missed a part in this lesson. Well, before I did this part, I was supposed to introduce the model to them, let them know that they would be listening in and out, talking with each other, but since we only had one student, I figured it was going to be a little hard to do, so we're kind of just doing it one-on-one instead of where it would actually be all the students, and they would kind of ping off each other's ideas, but we only have one student, so I improvised. Okay, now that we've asked a bunch of questions, how does what you learned tell you about being a good citizen, just from what we discussed? How have you changed your mind? Have you changed your mind since we started the discussion about like what a good citizen is? Is there something else you'd like to add to it than just being someone who helps? Like what kind of traits they have?
Well, generally just honesty and politeness that I've seen.
Okay. Now, do you think that you were a good listener in this discussion?
Sure.
Okay. And then you would ask other questions. Did they listen to others? Did they help come up with new ideas? But we didn't have another student, so we're just going to add it in here. Okay. Now that we've talked about a good citizen, I'm going to ask you to write a story about being a good citizen. We're not going to really write the story. We're just going to take a second. Okay, stories are... Now, tell me about the story you would have wrote if you were about a good citizen.
Guy walks down the road, takes limbs out of the road so other cars don't run over it.
Okay. That's a pretty good story. Now that we are done with this, we would close it by sharing our other stories. So we're going to pretend we had another student who wrote a story about a firefighter getting a kitten out of the tree. That's a good citizen because she's helping. Let's say we had another student whose story was about a police officer arresting a bad guy. And all these are good citizens because they're helping and being polite. And because of the discussion, our students now understand what being a good citizen is about. Thank you.